Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Janpha Thadphoothon, and I'm in my garden. And this is my show, English in the Garden. English in the Garden. Um, as usual, as I told you, in the evening after work, when I got home, after dinner, I usually have some, hot Chinese tea, and drinking tea uh, is very good for your health. And talking about tea, we can think of some philosophy, you know, like for example, in this teacup, there's only some tea water, like 70% of the cup is filled with tea water. If you know, like pour too much tea in the teacup, it will overflow. It actually will overflow, and there's a saying for that. So this evening, I'm gonna talk about some proverbs or words of wisdom concerning tea. The first one, as you can see here, is the jargon or the expression tea money. Tea money. Tea money simply means bribe. Now, if you pay tea money, you are paying a bribe. Okay, so bribery is not a good thing because it got to be honest. And the second expression that I would like to share with you this evening is this one: cup of tea. Cup of tea, not cup of coffee. A cup of tea. My cup of tea here is something that I'm good at. And you can say that, coding is not my cup of tea, or programming is not my cup of tea, but speaking English is something I'm good at, I hope. So it's my cup of tea. So what's your cup of tea? Is speaking English your cup of tea? I hope you is your. Another expression regarding tea is this one: storm in the teacup. A storm in a teacup. It simply means a lot of unnecessary anger, worries about something that is not necessary. You can say something like, "Oh, I don't watch much television these days because there's nothing on television to watch because there are a lot of storms in a teacup." Uh, Not anything significant. So a storm in a teacup is a lot of hoo-ha about nothing. Okay, and this is I think this is the Chinese saying. And overflowing teacup is mean that uh, you close your mind. The most important thing is you have to keep going and open up your mind so that new tea water can be filled in your teacup. If it's full, If your teacup is full, you no longer accept any other ideas. So do not become an overflowing teacup. Maybe you should become a half full teacup, or a teacup that is still empty so that you can, so you can have more tea water in your teacup. So this evening, I, share with you four expressions starting with tea money, which is a bribe; a cup of tea, which is something that you are very good at, okay, and a storm in a teacup is mean a lot of unnecessary anger or worries about something which is not important. And lastly, do not become an overflowing tea cup. Okay, you should make sure that your teacup is half empty. Be an open-minded person. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm Janpha Thadphoothon, and this is my show, English in the Garden. And this evening, I am in my garden.